Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harach HaKodash. Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders that removed stone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you who would like to pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To you, I can say Shalom. So this is going to be a quick remake off of the live I did last night. And what happened was I ended up breaking down two precepts the wrong way. Alright, I ended up breaking down Revelation, the 21st chapter, verse 5 through 6, saying that was talking about the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, when it was really referring to Yahweh Shai. Alright, pursuing to verse 6, you know. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Zaquan Yeshawamba who said, a couple days ago in one of his videos, and roughly quoting it here, alright, he said, he said you could break down two precepts the right way, but when it comes to the last one, you break it down wrong. Now it ain't the truth anymore. Why? Because a little leaven at the whole lump. See, so and this is a major issue, man. That's deadly serious. Alright, because at GMS, the motto is we got the 100% truth, which I'm not a part of GMS. I'm a follower of it. So therefore, if I'm a follower, I must, partake and also keep up with that, All right. Hence why I get the GMS. I can always talk about like-minded brothers. All right. If you're gonna break down the precept the wrong way, then you ain't like-minded. All right. See. So, that's why we should be studious. And that was my fault. So Lord will that doesn't happen again, because you don't want to be that one brother who has like 10 correction videos, just all over the channel. So this is the book of 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, verse 16. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. And we are all workmen in this truth, man. We're servants. Or we're just laboring for that penny. So we're supposed to be workmen that needs not to be ashamed. And when you realize your mistake, then there goes a shame, man. There goes a shame. You have to do a correction video and this and that, third, But you still gotta show yourself, man. Hence, you gotta, don't try and buck up, but just do the correction video. But in the first place, you don't even want that to happen in the first place. So, continuing on, it says, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Alright, that's why we gotta be studious, man. Alright, after all, that's the whole duty of man. Fear Yahweh and keep His commandments. One of the commands given to us is to do the will. The will. Alright, and a part of the will is to do the research, man. Alright, the other Pasuk Gabar always says that. But anyways, with that being said, with that disclaimer being finished, I'm gonna start right off in the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter, verse 10. And I'm gonna add some other points I was meditating on. One thing about the kingdom, so arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Alright? And the elder up in North Carolina, he always has this precept out, man. He's always quoting it. He's always, bringing it out. All right? Because he's a man of the Lord. All right? And he even made this statement saying, if you guys get tired of us bringing out the same precepts, then turn off the video. Yeah, man, because only the elect are actually going to listen to the same precepts over and over again. All right? Just because you may know it doesn't mean anything, having to listen to it again and read it down properly and meditate on that, that's gonna give you an edge, man. So rise ye and depart. And who's that ye? All right, who's Micah referring to? The Israelites, man. So rise ye, Jake, and depart. That word depart means to get out the etymology, and it means to part from each other. All right, separate in the parts. Not that one. To separate oneself. We're separating ourselves. Moving away, withdrawing from the mentality, from the mindset of this wicked queendom. All right, because when it talks about flee out of the midst of Babylon, it ain't really referring to actually leaving the country. No, that's retarded, man. Because here it is, we're talking about getting beamed up on those chariots, but you guys want to leave physically on planes. Well, you guys don't have faith, man. You guys lack it. So when it says depart, it really means depart from all these philosophies, and the mindset that Esau be feeding you guys. So for this is not your rest. All right, this ain't our rest. And that word rest, if you actually look into that word rest, that word rest is really a different title for our kingdom, an eternal rest. So that word rest means mental peace. All right, right now we're vexed, man. We're vexed mentally, man. Spiritually, we're vexed as well. Why? Because of the vibrations in this world. Why the hell do you want to stay in this wicked ass world, filled with bad vibrations? Here it is, you go to the store and you see some voodoo witchcraft or whatnot. You see some Eve, and whatnot. They push out an utter bad vibration. And you wanna partake in this rest? You wanna continue therein? Hell no, man. You gotta be out of your own mind. Alright, but the Lord submitted Jake with madness. So hey man, Jake gonna be, retarded. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest. The kingdom is our rest. Alright, this ain't our rest. Because it is polluted, and that's by way of these philosophies, man. Alright, you go onto the TV. I made the point last night that you turn on the TV and just watch some random show. It could be a random show or a movie, on a streaming service such as Netflix. Alright, a commercial. What do you got? Women's empowerment movement. I even brought out the fact that you watch the new Scream movie, you got the women being the hero, the shero as they call it. Man, it's just utter wickedness, man. And then you got the women as the head of the household. Meanwhile the husband's all quiet, hushed down, effeminate. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of this place. We can't be here. Alright, this place has got to go. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. Yeah. You stay here for a certain extent in time. You start complying with Esau's ideologies, and then you end up being a brainwashed damn zombie. And it's gonna destroy you, man. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Verse 10. Behold, my people is led. Right, and who's the Lord's people? The Israelite, right? The nation of Israel. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And the nation of Israel is likened unto a sheep, as a flock. And we're being led to the slaughter. I will not suffer them not to dwell in the land of Egypt, which that Egypt is really referring to America. Alright, because this is in the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter, verse 8. This place, that great city, is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt for its perverseness and its bondage. So it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. So why the hell do you wanna continue in this place, man? Treat it like a rest. Alright, have fun and whatnot. Save money to go to these tainted places. They're tainted after all, man. You know what that word tainted means? Or you guys wanna go to these very expensive tourist sites, but those are all tainted. Alright, you wanna see a true scenic route. You wanna go to the true scenic route. Alright, that's what the kingdom is for. Alright, the kingdom is going to be 100% natural and beautiful. Alright, the word taint means to corrupt, contaminate. And this place is tainted, man. Alright, Esau be putting out their fertilizer and whatnot. Alright, you be learning about environmental science and whatnot, and you actually start getting to these things, and you start realizing how wicked this damn devil is, man. Contaminating everything. Fertilizing everything. And that fertilizer is bad. Why? Because you're just basically spraying, chemicals onto the plants, and what then? It ends up raining, and that rain ends up throwing out the excess fertilizer. And how bad the streets get flooded when it rains. What then? All those all that fertilizer, ends up getting thrown into the drain, pushed into the storm drains. And then it's led by the sewers and into the oceans, all right, into the rivers, into the lakes, and what then? All the fish die. See, so Esau's a damn devil, man. He destroys everything in his path, man. He's a little plague, man. So depart ye, so arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So that's why we need the kingdom so bad, man. All right, that's the spirit 441. But anyways. This is the book of, I'm going to go off in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, verse 24. I used to bring this precept out when I came into this truth a lot. So, The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and Salaki about the background noise, just Jake wilding out. Alright, that's the thing, man. You turn on the video. The second you start recording, man, what happens is that Satan starts freaking bugging, man. Alright, the Satan starts bugging. But we're gonna keep on going with the lesson, because that's the thing, man. Don't think demons are wicked and this and that. No, man, they're just trying you to save you from the Heavenly Father. So going on, it says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Alright, and that wicked, that's the title of the Edomite nation. Alright, they're the wicked, pursuant to the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter, verse 4. Alright, then shall they call them the Lord of wickedness, roughly paraphrasing along those lines. So the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, because that's his blessing for this point in time right now. But as you're seeing, a shift in balance. Alright, so like not that, but a change, in other words. Translation from one person to another. And because Esau's losing his rulership, man. Alright, this is the end of an age, the end of his rulership. So he covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not one, who is he? And these people, if they can't see this damn devil is Slakia, if they can't see that Esau rules the world, then you gotta be living under a rock, man. You literally gotta be living under a rock like Patrick Star. But even Patrick Star has intellectual. Unlike these clowns out there, they just want to be uttering their own opinion and whatnot. And they want to literally live off by their own understanding. That's when they get destroyed, man. And that's also a reason why we need to get the hell out of this place, man. Alright, we need the kingdom, man, because these people are crazy, man. Literally insane. That's what it means by madness. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness. That was a curse placed upon our people in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Means he's gonna smite you with insanity. You guys are literally sincerely insane, man. See, and we're vexed because of that, man. We're vexed because of that. Hence why we need the kingdom even more. We're tired of this wickedness, man. So, alright, let me get out the book of Salakia. In the book of Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. One of the Akim brought it out. But Spirit helped me to bring it out. Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, verse 7. Surely oppression, and we are under oppression. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Or we are mad. Just imagine, if we, like I made the point last night that if we actually remembered our past lives, alright, hey man, we wouldn't have a regard for Esau's system right now, alright, his modern day system. We seen Edomite right now. Hey man, Jake would have already put him in a chokehold if they remember their past lives. That's how mad we'll get, man. We'll literally get hot-headed. That's why the Lord took away that memories from us. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. We're being patient, man. That's what it means to endure. Suffer patiently. Waiting, suffering patiently. Waiting is the definition for the word endure. And Yahushua said, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Hey, so we want to get delivered out this bee, man. As the other Apostle Torah says, we're almost out this bee. And this place is a bee. Alright, the bee is a title for a stupid, clamorous woman. And America is that great whore. Alright, a damn hoe. So surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing. And the thing is, we're at the end, man. Alright, that's why I can be rejoicing, alright? We're literally living in times of an actual movie. Not to say that this isn't a movie, alright, this is a Lord's movie, but we're actually seeing the exciting climatic point you see in a movie, like in the book of Eli, I Am Legend. We're headed for some rough times, man. So better is the end of a thing, and better is the end of Esau's rulership than the beginning thereof. Just imagine how vexed Jake was, Southern Kingdom primarily, when they were just in the West Africa, and then they ended up getting taken and brought on slave ships on here just to build Esau's kingdom from the ground up. Also to extrapolate, having the Northern Kingdom, just being outright wicked, and all of a sudden they end up getting freaking slaughtered and get their land taken away. All right, not only that, but you had the so-called Native Americans, all right, and the so-called Seminole Indians. What happened to them? They ended up getting taken away into English education centers. Now look at them, all right, being all political and whatnot. See, that's curses, man, the curses. So, now when I get out the book of, Psalms, the 126th chapter, I'm just going to bring out the same precepts I brought out again. If the Spirit will, then the Spirit allow me to get out some other precepts. But, verse 1, a song of decrees. When the Lord, Yahweh, turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like in a dream. You be having those dreams, and when something like that happens, man, you're astonished. We're going to be astonished, man. All right, because here it is. We've been in this hell for too long now. This is for like the norm, or like this is real life. And then when we get beamed up, Lord, with those men, and we get taken to our land back, and we end up getting perfected, and the kingdom is being established, man, it's gonna feel like a dream, like it's not real. That's how it's gonna be like, as man. Hey, and that's how you know that these scriptures are 100% true. Like the other Apostle Gabar says, there's a scripture for everything. Because we're those same spirits reincarnated, man. We all had the same mentality. We were all of one mind. All right, David was even saying it was like a dream. See, so when the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them in that dream. Then was our and also not only so like if I could add on, this place is gonna be like a bad dream. So not only is getting the kingdom gonna be like a dream, but also, this wicked captivity that we've been in, all our lives, all the suffering we've been through, it's gonna be like a bad dream, like a damn nightmare. But continuing on in verse 2, it says, "Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue was singing." Hey, man, you know how Jake get when they're happy. All right, you know how Jake get because Jake is the salt of the earth, right? Hey, so in that day, man, boy, you can only imagine. Then was our mouth filled with laughter. And right now we're not laughing, all right? We're in the spirit of mourning, not in the spirit of mirth. All right, because here it is, we're literally reading these scriptures, and a part of considering that bitter role is understanding the judgment at hand. We accept it utterly, but if you actually take the time and let that sink in, that's very terrible, man. But these are the birth pains for the kingdom. So that's why we just embrace it, man. All right, I can definitely scared, man. I can definitely upset that knowing that their family's gonna die, man. But these are all birth pains for the kingdom. What would you rather stay here and keep your family alive and whatnot? All right, keep your wife, keep your kids, keep your job, all right, keep your money, whatnot. Or would you rather want the kingdom where you could have all that plus more, 7 times, 100 times, 100-fold. Would you want to be like Job, or stay in the same status you have right now? Man, I want the kingdom, man. I want to be like Job, having 100-fold, having what I already have plus more. See, because the scriptures say, "Seek ye the kingdom, and all these things shall be added unto you. All your desires shall be given unto you." Roughly paraphrasing. But it goes on to say, "Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue was singing." And then it said, Aki, man, when they cop on those chariots, man, they're going to be literally praising the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. We even be doing that here and there, we always praise the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, but when something happens, and the Lord delivers us out, oh boy, even giving account of what Moses did. All right, and Exodus the 13th chapter, even in the book of Judges the 5th chapter, when Deborah and I forget who else, they was all singing, and being merry because the Heavenly Father delivered them. So, and so like then said they among the heathen, the Lord had done great things for them, and they're gonna be envious, man. I can always make that point that the heathen are gonna be envious because here it is, they ruled, but was it glamorous? All right, no. our kingdom is, though. Because we're going to receive the best of the best. Unlike these heathen, all right, they have their own portion, they have their own lot, but we're going to receive the best, man. We're going to receive the center. So then said they among the heathen, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Hoshai, had done great things for them. See, the Lord had done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord. And we always hasten in Yahweh Hoshai by way of these lessons. And we're always praising Yahweh Bahashem Hoshai to deliver us. All right, to turn again our captivity. To DTA, man. DTA, what that means. All right, I don't have to say that, because Esau might delete this video because, hey, man, Esau been moving hard, man. All right, because he knows that his time is up, and hence why he's coming in as a flood. So, then again, our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seeds, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing them sheaves with them. All right, so I want to get out the book of Revelation, the 21st chapter. All right, and this is where I erred at. I ended up saying, Lou was talking about Yahweh Shai, then I ended up saying it was talking about the Heavenly Father, then I ended up saying either one of them. I forget. Well, I'm not supposed to be forgetful, man. I'm supposed to literally be studious. Before I do a lesson, you're supposed to, do like the other Apostle Tahar. He reads the chapters before he does a lesson, man. That keeps you sharp and prevents you from saying anything, you don't want to say, man. So it's lucky about that. But anyways, this is the book of Revelation, the 21st chapter. Verse 1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. All right, so to break that down, that word new, ain't talking about no actual new heaven and new earth, no new earth, because here it is. You read about the account of the creation of the earth, and it took 6,000 years to make the whole earth, right? So why doesn't it say that it's gonna take about another 6 days to create the earth? It doesn't say that. It just jumps from the first 1,000 years and the second 1,000 years. You read in the 20th chapter on down to a new heaven and a new earth. All right, see, 1,000 years ain't 6,000 years. That makes no sense. All right, but that's because it's referring to the same earth. Being refreshed, and that word new in the Greek means kainos, if I'm not mistaken, kainos, but it means renewed, refreshed. All right, fresh, refurbished, recleansed. Because the Lord's about to cleanse this place, man. Clean this place. Doing some house cleaning. It's like you have that term spring cleaning, and it's spring right now, but the Lord's gonna do that. He's gonna literally cleanse the whole earth, man, by way of that fire. So that's what it means by new heaven and new earth. All right, because here it is in the 20th chapter, it talks about how the Byzantine Empire in the second 1,000 years, talking about the establishment of the kingdom, about the heathen, building the kingdom from the ground up. But nowhere did it say we're gonna spend 6 days to create a whole new heaven. No, man. And the Lord ain't got a new heaven in store for us. All right, that we're gonna that He created. He had the angels, create a whole new earth while we're on this side, and we're gonna jump to that. No, that's not what it means. We're not gonna jump to a different planet. All right, the new earth the Lord got in store for us is this earth right now being renewed. All right, you gotta get that into your head. And if you don't get if you can't comprehend, if the spirit ain't allowing you to, then the Lord ain't dealing with you. So when I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. Now we believe that there's gonna be slack again, but we believe that there's gonna be an actual city, New Jerusalem. Beautiful golden city, man. But this really referring to the elect. All right, because you read throughout the scriptures, you hear talks about Jerusalem. Jerusalem is referring to the 12 tribes of Israel. After all, it was chosen out of all 12 tribes for sacrifice. So when it talks about New Jerusalem, it's also talking about the elect being refreshed, being renewed onto those spiritual bodies. Because here it is, man, we're corruptible in this damn flesh, man. Are we bound to go off? We're sinful in this flesh. But very soon in those spiritual bodies, we're gonna be sinless, man. Or we're gonna be renewed back to our former glory that we were once in before. So when I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, because the Lord is only dealing with men. The book of Proverbs, the 8th chapter, verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Hence, why do the scriptures always talk about laws being directed to men? Or you always hear about he that does this, all right, you must do this. This and then the third, this and then the third is really referring to the man. All right, you don't hear the Lord dealing with women. Like in the book of Susanna, what happened? The Lord called Daniel, to deliver Susanna. Susanna prayed to the Heavenly Father, but the Lord had it, ordained to whereas Daniel would be the one the Lord was dealing with, to deliver Susanna out of the situation. But anyways, going on, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of the heavens saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power. And you see, and Jake, all they done is just go off of whoring, being a freaking harlot. And that's why the Lord's pissed off, because no matter how many times the Lord said, come back to me, for I'm married unto you. It's like you're married unto me, because we're married to the Heavenly Father, man. Jake, they want to hearken. They want to continue on in this weird ways of thinking that Esau brought you. They want to be glorifying Esau like he's a damn god. All right, just like the ancient world. What you had in the ancient world? If you didn't believe that the emperor was a god, if you didn't proclaim that, you would get killed, man. All right, like Polycarp. All right, the Archelaus Polycarp, he was a martyr of the Lord. Man, they ended up getting betrayed, just like Yahweh Shai, by Judas. And what happened was that he got taken to a stadium. All right, they first started burning him, but a big old circle formed around about him, so he didn't get burned at all. But what happened was when he was tied up to the stake to be burned, and they were saying, proclaim that the emperor is a god, because that's how they all thought, man. They had the temple of Zeus, they had the temple of Athena, if I'm not mistaken. They had the temple of an emperor as well, over that Ephesus, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like I believe it was in I forget where that was, Smyrna, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, the point is they actually wanted you to proclaim that the emperor was a god, just like that. Esau literally be doing that, man. Esau literally be proclaiming that You see, Jake literally, especially the so-called black women, all right, Eve, she literally be proclaiming by her actions that Esau's a god. He ain't no god, man. He's nothing but a man. All right, so Slakia for my rambling right there, but it goes on to say, Behold, the tabernacle will be housed with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. Hey, so finally, once and for all, when Jake is back in their right mindset, the two-thirds starting off with the elect, being in those spiritual bodies, we're going to actually be with the Heavenly Father now, in righteousness. We're going to be with Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears. From their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Hey, see, so we're gonna be, we're gonna be on another level in those days to come, in those latter days. All the pain we've been through, Akim, all the suffering, all the lamentation, mourning, and woe we've been through, Akim, it's all gonna pass away. We won't ever experience through that again. All right, we might be vexed right now, but so like at the burp right there. But what comparison can you make to this short time of suffering compared to the kingdom, man? Right, you can't compare it, man. Now it's an utter balance. All right, we know it's a balance because all the suffering we've been through, Lord's gonna change it to whereas we're gonna have the best of the best. Just like we suffered the worst, we're gonna live the best of the best. But you can't compare an eternal glory, an eternal rest to this short time of suffering, because it's all be done away with, man. This will all be like a bad dream. Hakim won't think about this. Now we'll remember, but we're not gonna think about it because we're gonna have too much fun in the kingdom. So when there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, because a part of being in that spiritual body is that no more death. We're gonna be immortal, man. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. See, for the former things are passed away. It's like a bad dream. And he that sat upon the throne and said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. See, that's Yahweh Shai speaking. He that I believe it was kind of Yahweh Shai, because he's the Alpha and Omega. So it goes on to say, He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. So we got a kingdom at hand, Hakim. But lastly, I want to get out the book of 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear hath heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahweh prepared for them that love him. So we could only imagine, but clearly we can't fathom what the kingdom is gonna be like into. I can be having dreams of a beautiful golden city. All right, like I had the dream about us being nothing but ants, because we're likened into grasshoppers and worms, right? Oh Jacob, thou worm. We're like in the grasshoppers in the face of this earth. And in my dream, we were nothing but ants. Why? Because we're running of workers, man. And what are ants? They're workers for the colony. We're workers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, So, we're like into ants. Then we got transformed. They had a little cloud, all right, in the midst of us. And after a second, we ended up being transformed into marvelous kings of high stature with crowns on our heads and garments around us. And bold, standing up straight, like a king, like a god, because that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be gods, Hakim. So, and then we were literally by the gates of the entrance of the kingdom. And we walked in, and it was beautiful, man. So, yeah, man, we could only imagine, but we can't fathom the kingdom because it's gonna be on another level. All right, and what's the kingdom? What are we gonna have in the kingdom? We're gonna live a true life. All right, none of this surviving BS that we got on this side right now. No, we're gonna live a real life, which means we're gonna have slaves. We're gonna have multiple women. We're gonna be immortal. We're gonna be righteous, man. We're gonna be perfect. We're gonna be gods. We're gonna have that spiritual power, man. But with that being said, this video was edifying. Lord, we continue to push. All right, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. All right, the honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. All right, who taught us 100% truth. Much peace and blessings spent to you, hopeful, elect out to pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To you, I can say shalom. About DTA soon. All right, DTA soon, because we're almost out this beat, like Elder Apostle Tahar says, man. We want the kingdom, man. We want the kingdom. With that being said, this video is edifying. Lord, we will continue to push into this until we get beamed up, Lord will us, man. But with that being said, shalom.